anything in the cabinet. Since I've been here, there's nothing down here. It's just an empty sink, an empty cabinet below there. I can't even... I tried to get in the cabinets and start on them, but then they just were too dirty, so I couldn't finish. Even if the cans are sealed, I want the space that they're going into to be perfect, and they can't be perfect until I feel that they're clean enough.
Martha is obsessed with the thought that her home is contaminated by dirt and germs. It causes her to clean compulsively. She knows every surface is spotless, but she cleans until her hands are raw.
I go through this so much. It's so exhausting, not only physically, but mentally. It's like I think I'm through, and then the idea will come into my head that it's not enough. I didn't wash enough. I didn't rinse it enough.
Martha has suffered from obsessive-compulsive disorder for most of her life. She dreads the thought that she may never be able to unpack her belongings.
There's books and pictures that I can't touch unless I'm wearing gloves. I've already sprayed the box and the books with Lysol, so I have to build up enough courage to go into the box, and that could be all day. And there's some things in there I want to see.
Among the treasures locked away are mementos of Martha's life with her daughter, who was taken from her because of Martha's OCD. She may never see her daughter again. Sarah is a college undergraduate who made a video to communicate the torment of her OCD, hoping that through understanding would come empathy.
When I look at a page of words, I see things to count, I see numbers, I see letters that are groups of numbers, words that are groups of numbers. Some days I can be bouncing off the walls, other days I just feel like I want to sleep in bed all day. And when I'm walking down the street, if I see windows, bricks, anything, car wheels, license plates, I just see them as numbers and things to count. I decided to make the video to show people that it's not a joke. Sometimes when I would tell people I have a counting obsession, they would laugh and they would say a word or a sentence and have me count how many letters it was. And that just made me feel bad, like I was just some kind of circus freak.
Get yourself out of...
Sarah's compulsion to count has multiplied the normal challenges of college life. She finds that just absorbing what her teacher says is a constant struggle.
I was counting her words as she went along and not really taking in any of the information because I was too busy counting what she was saying. I would be looking around the room, counting things on the floor, tiles on the ceiling, or just words she was saying, and I would repeat them over and over in my head. And later, next thing I know, it's 15 minutes later and I've missed everything she said because I was focusing on counting.
Say something.
And I asked myself, why do I do this? And then I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Charlene's compulsions include checking. For most of her life, she spent hours each day locked in a purgatory of repetition. For her, OCD lives up to its nickname, the doubting disease.
Light switch, I would turn it on and then turn it off, and turn it on and turn it off. Because even though I see it off, something in my brain is telling me it's not off, to turn it on again and then turn it off. Tapping it and rubbing it a certain amount of time so I know and be assured that it's on the table and it has to be positioned a certain way, because I get nervous to see it. This bothers me if it's out of a different position.
You can only control something that you're aware of.
Charlene enrolled in an intensive 3-week course of treatment.
Know that this is OCD and face it.
It's based on a 4-step program devised by Dr. Jeffrey Schwartz.
How are you doing?
With his colleague, Dr. Ida Gorbis, Schwartz tries to get his patients to look differently at their symptoms, to blame the obsessions and compulsions on the disease itself, and not to blame themselves for their actions.
Check whether or not you could.
So the first step is realize that it is obsessive-compulsive disorder. The second step is to realize the reason why it bothers you so persistently is because of the power of the medical condition to intrude in your consciousness.
I think I got a lot of boxes in here. I got shoe boxes, and then I got calendars and lists, and more papers. Oh, this is a goodie. This is a piece from my seat belt in my car that I had, and I never throw away wallets. I probably got 100 of them. So look at like all these old books. They still have usable pages in them. You know what I mean? So you can't throw them away. And then I save pill bottles. I can't throw away pill bottles. I have bottle caps. And these are my teeth. Do you want to open my teeth? I save all my teeth that when they fall out. And I save the fingernails and my hair.
Kim lives in a 2-room house packed from floor to ceiling with the treasures and trash she's collected for years. She suffers from a form of OCD known as hoarding.
They tend to have a worse response to the standard medications that are used for OCD. They also have a worse response to the standard behavioral therapies. We want to find out whether patients with this type of OCD have the same or different brain abnormalities compared to other patients with non-hoarding OCD that we might need to target with specific therapies.